Well, well, good morning, good morning, good morning, cyber friends. It's old Midiman coming at you again for Walker's Music. And we usually call these the word for the day, but as of today, we got a very, very brand new format we're coming out with on today. We'll be calling these videos Midiman's Morning Motivation. Yeah, friend, Midiman's Morning Motivation. Everybody have said, and some of the people, like I said, some of my true dear friends, the people that support me, they spoken and everything, and so I decided I would do these morning videos and call it morning Midiman Morning Motivation. The Lord, I believe, that put that in my heart, and so we're coming to give it also to you. And like I say, people, these are just videos that I feel that could help us all, because I need motivation a lot of time, probably more than you do. And so I do these videos not to go in and show off or anything like that, but to help. Maybe it might help somebody along the way. And the first thing I wanted to say on this very first series is to say that if the one thing that we need to do in order to have to increase our motivation and everything, to give us more unction to do things, first of all, to have peace, more peace, is that we got to do the one thing it tells us in the scriptures. It said to what? Mind your own affairs. In other words, mind your business. We need to mind our business, our own business. Take care of that. If nobody asks you anything, leave it alone. I remember when I was going to high school, we had a professor. I had a professor. We called him Fetch, Mr. Presley. And Mr. Presley would always say, no, we had certain ones in the classroom want to speak out of turn and whatnot, and mainly my cousin. And Mr. President would say, Feds, we call it Feds. No, you sit down. You sit down. Now, ain't nobody ask you to say nothing. And it used to tickle me because it is so true. Some of us, we have an opinion for everything, even when we are not asked. And sometimes, we just need to learn to keep quiet. And matter of fact, Mitty Man, I tried to do that. In other words, I try not to get in people's business unless they ask me in. And then I tell them, look, even then, I tell people, if you don't want the truth, don't ask me, the man. Don't ask me nothing if you don't want the truth. Because I'm not going to tell you, per se, what you want to hear, but I'm just going to tell you the truth according to the Bible. You see, a lot of times we speak on things, and I don't mean to upset anybody, but if you get upset for the truth, then you just upset. I do not try to advise people on nothing that I don't know about. Nothing that I have not went through myself. I don't try to tell people. I don't try to give people advice on that. Other than what, if they ask me something, I can give them what the Bible say about that incident, and I let them know that I'm not an authority because I never went through it. See, people, you don't know what other people have went through unless you've been through the same thing. See, in other words, how can you, or let's say it like this: a married person once have been single. So they know something about being single, so therefore they can still maybe tell you something about the single life. But a single person that never been married can't tell another married person anything because you don't know. You just speaking from maybe what somebody else said. But you can't give no solid advice to a person like a doctor. You can't advise a doctor to do anything if you're not a doctor because you don't know what you're talking about. See, we got to understand, in other words, like us, all of us that are in music, we know this. Now, you can talk to me about a certain aspect of music, and I know what you're talking about. But when you're talking to the person that don't know anything, is totally ignorant about music, they're not going to know what you're talking about. And you're not going to know what they're talking about if you don't have that similar background. So, in other words, when we got to be careful when we start giving advice, to make certain that we have the authority, or I should say, the experience of these things before we go and try to counsel other folk. Because you can't counsel people, and that's why I don't understand how you can get people to counsel drug addicts and smokers, like I used to smoke cigarettes and stuff, alcohol. If you've never drunk no alcohol and never been a drug addict, how can you really know what they're going through? You can't. That's how come I said the people that have the experience are the better counselors. Because it said, and the experience beat a man with an opinion. In other words, a man or a woman with an experience beat one with an opinion any day. This is Midiman. They're telling you about being motivated. This is what these series about. Come on, people. Get your gift. Find your gift. Do what God intended for you to do. Eat right. Drink plenty of water. Get you plenty of rest. And you will stay yourself. You'll keep your immune system up. Make sure you, I'm not going to tell you to eat cabbage and the carrots every day and every 15. No, and I'm not going to even tell you, look, Midiman eats what he wants. I'm just going to tell you straight up. I'm not bragging. But I eat what I want to eat. But I try to eat right. But every now and then I slip like anybody else. And you might do the same thing, but at least try to do the best you can. Because remember, without Jesus, you can't do nothing anyway. But with him, we can do all things. So therefore, try to eat healthy. Make certain every time you even think about water, drink you a glass full of water. This is what's going to keep your immune system intact and built up, and make certain we get plenty of rest. Don't say you don't have time to do things. We got just as much time as everybody else on the planet. You got 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of evening, or darkness, if you want to call it. Go on and do what you got to do during the day so you don't have to stay up like I do a lot of time, 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get music done. Even though I know that seems like the time when I get my greatest inspiration is around 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning when it's time to be asleep. So we got to change. We got to renew our mind. We got to change some things. We got to sacrifice some things. Be willing to do that, and I guarantee your motivation will be there. Reason I can tell you this because I know I suffer from it. I know what it's like to not have no motivation, to be down in the dumps. I know what it's like. I deal with it every so often, sometimes every day. The devil will get on your case every day. Have you ever noticed that you can feel real motivated at a moment, and then the next 5 minutes you done lost it? You get to feel it because of the negative thoughts that Satan try to put in your mind and keep you away from doing what God ordained you to do. Okay, people. I tried to give you something. Like I said, this is Midiman Motivational Minute. Trust God. Mind your business. Eat right. Get you plenty of rest and sleep and water. Do the best you can to keep your immune system good. Because guess what? If you feel good, you'll be able to do good. But no one can feel good. No one can do anything great when you're feeling bad. So if you're going to be a great gift to the body of Christ and to the church and be whatever, you're a musician or whatever that you might be, remember, you will have more, you got more unction when you're feeling good. If you're down in the dumps and you're feeling bad because you ain't got enough sleep, you ain't ate right, you ain't drunk plenty of water, your immune system is down, now you got a cold. Now you're sick and you don't feel like moving. Well, guess what? If you're sick, and you're going to be unmotivated. You have never seen a sick person motivated to do nothing but try to get them some sleep. And you know what? You can be so sick sometimes you can't even sleep. I know this. So therefore, how come I come to all of you, all my cyber friends, you know who you are. All right. The one been with me through the long haul. Sister Kate, number one. Been with me through the long haul. Brother JT, Sister Lady D, a lot, Sister Tina that so visit my Blog Talk Radio, and a few others that have stuck by me through the years of I've been on the net. You are the one that I'm talking to mainly to, and we appreciate you. We love you. We praying for each and every one of you that God lift you up higher and higher, and He may prosper you. Remember, that's God's will for our lives, that we prosper and be in good health. I decree it. I decree it right now in the name of Yeshua. That's Hebrew for Jesus. Yeshua, in the name of Yeshua. So until the next one, like I said, this is Morning Motivationals, Midiman Morning Motivation, Series number 1. Talk to y'all tomorrow morning, Lord's willing. Peace. Goodbye.